Hey ladies, it's your girl Hypnotic Lady, and I'm back with another video. The company I will be working with today is Queen Virgin Remy, or QVR Hair. Here I'm just jumping in showing you all the nooks and goodies. They sent me an elastic wig band, of course, and an wig brush or edge control brush, and then of course an invisible HD wig cap. Invest in these because as you can see they lay seamlessly. I already used one. Yeah, this is the unit. This is their balayage Fun Me Curly Glueless 5x5 Lace Closure Wig. It does come with brown highlights and it is 100% human hair. I'm going to go in with my 𝐂𝐃𝐄 Products Hold Me Down Skin Guard, and I'm just going to pop that on the side and then use my Hold Me Down 𝐂𝐃𝐄 Sport adhesive. I'm going to do 2 to 3 layers of this only on one side because we will be doing the frontal effect side part wig install. Now you can do this, of course, if you have a regular frontal, then you just install your frontal like so, but because this is a 5x5 closure wig and we want to get that frontal effect, I'm going to show you guys how I do the deep side part or side part closure wig install, and it gives the frontal effect. I'm just going to take my rat tail comb and smooth out this glue, and I'm gonna put a little bit more up to like my temple. Usually when you have a 5x5, you can go all the way up, I say from the middle of your forehead to down to the side. It just depends on where you want your side part to be. I was going for like a deep side part, and I really wanted like the side of the frontal to give a side of a frontal, so that's where I put it. I'm going to use my blow dryer to blow dry everything until it dries clear, as you guys can see. Once that's done, I'm going to go in with another layer, and like I said, I did this 2 or 3 times, and then once that was done, we're going to pop the wig on. Make sure you do nice thin layers. You don't want to have too much glue, which is why I'm spreading it out with the rat tail comb. If you have too much glue, it can build up and it will not lay properly, and it won't dry as quickly as you need it to. So take your time with that portion, and yeah. How you fighting on me and I'm the main one crying? Are you blaming on me and you the main one crying? Are you blaming on me and I'm the main one crying? Once the lace is clear, once the glue is clear, this is what your unit should look like. You do need to go in and cut a little slit on whichever side is going to be your ear tab, and then the other side you can leave alone. It does come with 4 combs, and of course adjustable straps in the back. I am going to go ahead and use those adjustable straps, but here we are. We're just going to go ahead and place the closure down on top where I put the adhesive. As you guys can see, that is why we need the little slit by your ear, because if not, the cap will run on top of your ear and be uncomfortable, and it won't just give that frontal effect. You want the lace to lay flat as possible, so making that little slit on the side definitely helps. I did go ahead and pre-plug and customize this lace off camera. If you guys want to see an in-detailed description or tutorial on how I customize the closure, just let me know, comment below. But it's very simple, you know, bleach, pluck, and I just went ahead and styled it just for the sake of the video, because like I said, we were doing a side part. Now here I am just adjusting the cap in the back, making sure the adjustable straps are laid, and everything should lay nice and flat and seamlessly. Sorry y'all, I'm tongue-tied. After that, this is what the lace is looking like. It's already giving scalp, and we didn't put no makeup or anything on the lace. So now I'm going to take my cuticle scissors and cut off the thick little tab on the other side, which is going to be by your forehead. There's not that much lace on that side, but don't worry, it's enough to make it work. Now I'm going to take my eyebrow razor, and I'm going to cut off the excess lace, and I'm just going in a up and down razor like motion. You want it to have a jagged edge. You don't really want to cut straight across. If you have a thicker lace, you'll be able to see it, but this lace was really seamless, so I really didn't have to do too much. Whether I would have cut straight across or did a jagged edge, it really didn't matter, because as you can see, it's giving scalp. And like I said, I didn't put no makeup or nothing on this lace. Any excess lace that does not lay down with the adhesive, you just want to take a little bit on the tip of your rat tail comb, spread that out, use your blow dryer, make sure it dries clear, and then lightly press everything in till everything is glued down, because I don't think that's a word. And as you guys can see, I'm just lightly pressing it down. Don't smash it into the glue. because the glue can seep through the lace and get on your hair, and then that's just a big no. It's a big mess. You don't want to deal with that. Once we get through with that, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling out my baby hairs. I'm going to do a sideburn, of course, and I'm going for a soft, fluffy look with the baby hairs. So I'm trying not to pull out too much. Whatever I need to have going behind the ear, I'm going to press back behind the ear, and then of course I'm going to pull out my edges. I did go ahead and, like I said, pre-pluck this off camera, and if you guys want to see a tutorial on that, just let me know. But it's the same as usual. You want to just go ahead and pull out your baby hair. That is, make sure it's nice and plucked, and then we're going to section those off, and I'm going to go in with my hot comb to press everything out to get everything nice and flat. Your hot comb is going to be your best friend when doing your install, okay? You need a hot comb. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, I can install your wig without a hot comb, or you don't need one. Yes, you do. Because if you don't have one, it's going to look like a helmet, or it's going to look like a wig. It's not going to be flat. You need it to be flat. So get it with as hot as you can withstand and press that shit out, okay? Press it out until it's nice and flat and looking like your scalp. I'm using the Conair hot comb on 450, which is the hot as it goes. But like I said, if you got one to go hotter than that, then go ahead. But y'all see that little steam coming off that comb? Yeah, it needs to be hot. Run it through. It needs to be nice and flat. You might burn yourself if you take too long, so don't just let it sit on your lace. But it needs to be nice and hot so it can get nice and flat. We need it super, super flat. And since I don't have a braid down or anything up under my cap, I just have my hair molded back, I really, really needed it super, super flat. And I'm also going to run my hot comb through my baby hairs just to make sure those are nice and flat too. You don't really want to have to do too much when it comes to doing the baby hairs once you start laying them. So to ensure that they're just nice and flat to the lace and looking like natural baby hairs, you want to go ahead and flatten them out. I'm going to take this Icy Olive Spritz. I've started using this recently, and I'm just popping that into the lace to give it like that melt, that overall melt. Even though it's already melted, that's just the adhesive spray to give it that extra melt. And I'm just popping a little bit. You don't need a whole bunch, not a lot, and just tap it in. And then I'm going to go in with the wig band that the company QVR Hair provided for me. And I'm just going to let that sit for about, I set my timer for like 15 minutes. And I kept this video in real time so you guys could see. But yeah, we're going to just let that wig band sit and let the hair melt, let that lace cook up. And while that's doing that, I am going to take my mist water spray bottle, and I'm just going to define these curls. Usually, you can start from the bottom and then work your way up to the top, or go through the top and to the bottom. It really don't matter. Just make sure you define the curls, unless you're going for the big poofy look, which I wasn't. I wanted a more defined curl. So here I am, just brushing it out with my paddle brush and using my water to get everything just nice and defined. As you guys can see the curl pattern. It looks way more defined and just real cute. The highlights came out really, really cute on this wig too. They did a bomb job with the color. Usually with the highlighted wigs, they be slacking sometimes with the highlights. So these look really, really good. Once I get through with that side, I'm going to repeat the same steps on the other side. And then once I get the liking of the pattern, don't have your hair like saturated, soaking wet, but basically wet enough to your liking, and make sure your curls are defined. After that's done, I'm going to take some mousse or wrapping foam, whichever one you want to call it, and I'm just going to seal those curls in, take that band off, and then we're going to do the baby hairs and then wrap up this video.
That's fine for you. I do that 3-4 times and can I testify for you? I told I like you, that bitch I do it all, and I'm around, you're scared to do. I'm not. As long as you joking now in for me, I ain't got it. I've been scheming, looting, hide your body. As long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now. But the truth, I look better under you. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. I can't just snooze and miss the moment. You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. You do. In the top tier ride with you, I feel like Scarface. Like that white bitch with the bob, I'll be your main one. Let's take this argument back up to my place. Sex from argue, I'm not violent, I'm your day one. We had shit, yeah. It was magic, yeah. Smash and grab shit, yeah. Nasty habits take a hold when you're not here. Ain't a home when you're not here. Hard to grow when you're not here. I'm saying I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I lose and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. You do.
Are you frontin' on me and I'm the main one crying? Are you blaming on me and you the main one lying? Are you threatening to leave and I'm the main one crying? Just tryna be your everything.
Once you got all your edges pulled out, I'm going to go in with an eyebrow razor and just cut at an angle or slanted to cut my baby hairs. You don't really want to cut straight across, you can, but I just feel like it's not going to look as natural if you cut straight across. Kind of cut at an angle, so when you go to pre-curl your baby hairs, it looks pretty natural and just goes with the flow of your face. So as you guys can see, I'm just cutting downwards in an up and down motion using a eyebrow razor. You can use scissors and just cut at an angle, but either or, whichever one you prefer or whatever you have in hand. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. Any other stray hairs, you want to go ahead and cut those off, but just make sure you cut at an angle, like I said, going diagonally so it frames your face when you get ready to pre-curl the baby hairs before you actually lay them down. And I'm going to do the same thing on my sideburn. I'm going to cut at an angle, and then once I get those cut to my liking, I'm going to go in with my 𝐂𝐃𝐄 1/2 inch mini straightener, and I'm just going to pre-curl these baby hairs. And I am going to pre-curl them inwards. Well, I know I curled the first one inwards towards my face, and my temple sideburns, or like the most important ones, I curled those inwards as well. And I kind of just tried to curl them towards the direction of where my part is going. You don't want to curl in the opposite direction, obviously, because your curl's not going to lay right. But yeah, I'm curling towards my face and inwards going towards my part. And I'm going to do the same thing with my sideburn, curl inwards and kind of curl towards my face so you guys can get the flow of where it needs to go before you actually lay it down with spritz or gel or whatever you use. I'm going to use the same olive oil spritz to lay my baby hairs down. And I'm just going to take the comb portion of my edge control brush, and I'm going to just slightly swoop those into place while using my finger to kind of hold everything into place. You can play with these a little bit until you get the liking of your baby hairs. It took me a little minute. Like I said, this is a, what do you call it? This one right here is a process. Like, you can have perfect baby hairs, but I wanted them to look as natural as possible, so I was just really swooping them until I got the liking of them, and then moved on to the next section. You do want to, when you spray the adhesive on there, the spritz, let it get a little tacky before you actually go to comb it in place, or it's not gonna stay. But as you guys can see, it's easy to mold, and it gives you that fluffy, natural look, which is what I was going for. I really didn't want like that stuck down, glued, or gelled down baby hair that like I usually do. I really wasn't trying to do that, so I wanted them to look as light and fluffy and as natural as possible. So here I am just playing with them a little bit, and you'll see me keep swooping until I get the swoop that I like. Like I said, it takes a little time, but it's worth it. This is like my favorite part when doing a wig install. Sometimes I won't wear baby hairs, but when I do, I want them to look perfect. And if you need to add in extra spray, like you can, just do a little bit. You don't have to do a whole bunch. You don't need to be dripping down your forehead, but just enough to lay everything back in place once you started playing with them a little bit, because you will lose the stickiness the more you keep playing with them. So yeah, once I get the liking of my swoops and I feel like it looks fluffy and natural enough, I'll move on to my sideburn and repeat the same steps. Like I said, I'm just going for a nice fluffy natural look. So I really didn't do too much, and I didn't press down too much. I didn't want it to look glued down or gelled to my forehead, you know. So yeah, once that's done, I'm going to do the same things to my sideburns, and I'm going to later go in and pluck those a little bit more, just because I feel like they was a little thick, and I don't know if my camera captured that or not. For some reason my camera was playing with me today, and it was only recording like 5-minute increments until I had to like switch it to a different mode or something. So a lot of footage had got cut out, and I had to basically go in and try to edit and save as much clips as I could, but I got majority of it, so you know, I ain't tripping. But yeah, as you guys can see, I got some little strays with the sideburn, and I'm just going in, combing that excess back using the brush portion of the edge control brush, and then taking my comb and, like I said, just swooping till I get the swoop that I like. And then the back end of that baby hair, like I said, it just looked a little full, so I'm gonna go in with some tweezers and pluck those out a little bit, make them a little thinner, more realistic looking, more fluffier looking. I just wanted it to look as natural as possible. So once we get through with this, I'm going to pop a little bit concealer into my parts just to make it pop one more time. Make sure it's giving scalp. This is what we're looking like. Very cute, very natural. Now I'm going to take the mousse, and this is the Yo Fave wrapper. This is the Kaleidoscope brand, and I got this from Walmart. And I'm just going to pop some into, basically focusing it on the ends and the front end of the hair, just so it doesn't get big and poofy. I don't like the big and poofy curly hair. If I want big and poofy, I'm going to just blow the whole thing out. When I want curly defined hair, I'm going to define it. So this is what the mousse is here to do. We're defining the curls, sealing all that in, making sure everything is looking nice and tight. And y'all, this mousse smells so good. It smells so good. I love this mousse. It is on the expensive side. I think it's like $10 a bottle, but it smells really good, and it works. It doesn't make your hair super hard. Now I'm going to take my diffuser attachment and put that on my Songbird blow dryer, and I have it on high heat in a medium blow drying section. Y'all don't pay attention to my nephew. He was in the back playing. But now I'm just going to scrunch the hair up towards my head or the wig cap, and use the diffuser to basically dry the curls and keep them in place. You don't want to use a regular blow dryer, because that's going to just make the hair poofy, whereas the diffuser attachment actually locks in the curls and defines them and makes them nice and big without making it fluffy, if you get what I'm saying. Okay? And I was talking to my grandma and my nephew during this video, so if you see him running back and forth, he was doing his homework and we were helping him, so don't pay him no mind. But yeah, I'm doing this until it's like semi-dry, and then I let the rest half dry. But as you guys can see, it gives the hair volume, it gives the curls volume, it gives it some body, and it's not big and poofy, which I really love. Definitely invest in a diffuser if you have curly hair or you wear the deep wave hair and you are looking for like a big and poofy look without frizziness. And y'all, look at that. Look at it. Super cute. This is the finished product. I am in love. Again, this is QVR. This is their balayage Funmi or Fumi, Funmi curly glueless 5x5 lace closure wig and brown highlights human hair. Definitely love this. Super cute. It did come in 24 inches, and this is 250 density, super full root to tip. As you guys can see, I'm showing you guys a back clip of the hair. I was feeling myself. I ain't did my hair in a minute. I am currently 8 months pregnant, or 33 weeks. Honey, the birth is right around the corner, okay? And my son is on my ass. So I've been trying to work and get videos done and be a pregnant lady at the same time. And it's hard, but it works. I'm 5 foot. This hair does come to my back, lower back. And again, like, I just love this hair. Really, really cute, quick and easy. I love the frontal look with the closure and not having to deal with the hassle of having a frontal. Overall, 10 out of 10. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Y'all, I love this hair. Like, it's really, really cute. I was feeling myself because I ain't been feeling myself for a while. But I'll see you guys later. Bye. Mwah.
You just too important. Nobody do better like you do.